students, to another episode of KJWI. This is Britton Garcia for your latest news and reminders for today. Today is Thursday, November 12th, 2015. We made it, another hump day down. It is Thursday, and that means another week closer to Thanksgiving, when we eat until our bellies explode. We seem to be making our friends' job a little easier as we clean up our restrooms. We still need them to keep clean, so remember to pick up after yourself throughout the school. Students, remember how to walk in the hall. It seems that we still have some students who would like to make their way into the middle as we leave the school. We should maintain a 3-line the entire way down to our destination. Here's today's lunch menu. Beef and cheese nachos, salsa, and ranch beans.
The South had 4 million slaves who were vital in sustaining the Confederate war effort. Although Lincoln had always said a president had no constitutional right to attack slavery, the war had changed all that. As commander-in-chief, he could act out of military necessity.
It doesn't represent a change in his own morality. He says this is a war measure because slaves are essential for the South's war effort. If we can encourage slaves to leave the Southern lines and come to our lines, we will reduce their capacity to make war. And it also comported with his own wish to see all men everywhere free.
In an office of the War Department, Lincoln asked for some paper, saying he wanted to write something special. He then sat down and began writing the Emancipation Proclamation.
He would look out the window a while, then put down a line or two, and then sit quiet for a few minutes. Major Thomas Eckert, War Department.
Lincoln wrote this way for several weeks, adding and revising each day, asking Major Eckert to keep it under lock and key. By late July, Lincoln was ready to show it to his cabinet. The proclamation said that in any state still in rebellion by the start of 1863, all slaves would be declared forever free. Lincoln was careful not to upset the slave-holding border states. The proclamation did not free slaves in Union-held areas, but it did encourage Southern slaves to flee the plantation.
He was as brilliant a public relations strategist as he was a political and military strategist. And he wanted that emancipation to be couched for the American people in terms of saving the Union. Because he knew that issuing it as a gesture toward eventual equality, or certainly toward abolition, was going to be very unpopular and could bring down the Northern government.
On January 1st, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation as the nation approached its 3rd year of the bloody Civil War. The proclamation declared that all persons held as slaves within the rebellious states are and henceforth shall be free. This statement helped to begin the end of slavery in America. Students, is there something you would like to hear on the announcements? You are always welcome to stop by Mr. Sharbuck's room to share a fun story, exciting event, or reminder you would like the students of West Intermediate to hear. If you cannot make the trip down, then have a teacher forward the information. Can't wait to see what we have for KJWI. Thanks again, students, for having great listening ears. That is all we have for today. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.